Folks, what's going on? I I have an interesting concept that I've been playing around with for the last couple days that just randomly popped in my head, and it's been stuck in there for a little bit, and I thought I would just share it with you. But you have to consider it with an open mind. The idea is I've been thinking about evolution of human beings and how things have changed. Essentially, I was thinking about the future and where we're going as a species, and it got me thinking about the past and where we are now. And I had a podcast interview where we were talking a little bit about this subject, and yeah, it's just been stuck in my head. So here's my thoughts, and it's only, I don't truly believe this, but it's just a seed that's been planted in my brain that I think is interesting to explore. Whether it's correct or not, I don't know. um, it's Friday evening, and the emails are rolling in as you still hectic week. Okay, so the idea of evolution being that there's a lot of conversation that robots are going to be playing a big part of our lives in the future. And some people think that machines and robots are going to take over and they're going to end human civilization and humanity as we know it. And I think there's a different role that we're going to be playing with robots and technology moving forward. And the idea comes to me when I look back at the span of our lives and thinking about purpose and passion and work over the last 50 to 100 years. And I think we're entering a time right now, and it sounds weird just saying it, but it could be quite forward thinking at the same time. Maybe not, maybe I'm just losing it. But I think we're moving in a direction where we may not necessarily be supposed to be working normal jobs. I think with the idea of technology and robots taking over a lot of our jobs, I think that is extremely possible and likely. And I think it could be a good thing. Of course, not if we don't have any money and we have an economy that needs to run, of course, but we can figure that stuff out. But what if robots come into existence and we use them to do 80% of the jobs that we are still doing today as a human race? And what if that opens up the opportunity for us to do different things, which I think importantly is being creative, expressing creativity, um, learning about the human species. I think is a direction that we would go, and figuring out, still trying to figure out why we're all here. So I could very well see the future being a place where we no longer work these 9 to 5 jobs. And here's why I think this way. If we look back in the past couple generations, there was a time when it was very common, or where our goal and our purpose was to just have a job, whatever that job was. It didn't matter. We were just making an income, and we were to buy a home and have a family. And if you were doing that and you were living the so-called American dream, things were going great. And I've been doing a lot of research in the past couple of years in terms of purpose and people wanting to discover purpose and what role making an impact has on our lives, or wanting to make an impact. And there's a lot of research out there that shows that millennials and people moving forward, there's a lot more people who are looking to make an impact, and they're looking for more meaning in their life. And a lot of the times that means working in a job that we feel has meaning and makes an impact. Now, every job has meaning and an impact. I'm not trying to get that across, and I hope if I ever sound that way, that never is the case. We're learning that for sure to be true during this pandemic, when essential workers are the people who are saving a lot of lives. So I don't want to get that point across, but we are looking for more meaning in our lives. And with that, we're also, on top of that, we're also working a lot more. There's been a lot of studies that have been showing that we are pushing back having a family because our careers are more important, or we want to focus on our careers at a younger age. We are putting off buying a home. Many people are doing that as well, because a lot of us, the main focus is work and our career, and a career that we think has meaning and that is making an impact. So we are seeing, if we look back 50 to 100 years, and if we look forward 50 to 100 years and where we are today, that we are trending in a direction of kind of leaving those types of jobs, searching for more meaning, searching for more impact, and moving into a territory where we are essentially going to be creating this technology and these robots that are going to be able to do a lot of the jobs that we are doing. And my thoughts are, I wonder if we end up going to a place where we don't have to do a lot of the jobs and we still figure out a way to make an income, and the whole society looks different. Maybe it's just taking care of each other and loving each other and being creative and all of these things that a robot can't do. And I'm just curious if that is the direction that humanity is traveling in for evolution. Is it are we going to use technology in a way where it serves us? Because the way, yeah, the whole idea that came about on this topic was just the idea that I don't know if we're all supposed to be working the way that we're working anymore. We had to do it for a certain time to build ourselves to get to a point where we are today, which is now working in the world of technology. We needed that evolution to get to that point. But what if the point of getting into the evolution then becomes we create a workforce that does a lot of the things that we had to do before? And now we are setting the stage for ourselves to do what it is that we're truly supposed to be doing here, which could just mean whatever we think is impactful, and working together and working with humans and being creative. So I know it's a far-fetched idea, but I find it very interesting. I love thinking about this kind of stuff. And it's very clear to me with the people that I'm talking to recently about the importance of meaning in lives and making an impact and feeling that we have a purpose and we're passionate about what we do. And we're really trending that in that direction where the someone on another episode podcast, speaking with Daniel, which was just a fantastic episode. He's top 30 under 30 entrepreneurs. He talks about how we look at our business life from a sense of personal development. So what we're doing, what we're creating as an entrepreneur, is we look at that from a place of personal development and building ourselves. And it was such an interesting perspective. And I really do think what used to be work and life, there was a very big difference, and we still talk about the balance of work and life, where what I'm seeing is these two separate identities from 50 years ago to 20 years ago, very recently. We don't even have to go too far back. As we're moving forward today and forward, it seems that that these two things are merging into one, where it's no longer just what I do for a living and I don't care about because, and then I go and live my life after. We are working more and we are making our careers a priority. And to do that, we have to enjoy what we're doing. And I think that our lives and our personal lives and our professional lives are merging into one. And I think with that, it is extremely important that we're doing what we're doing. Sorry, it's been a long day. I've been talking out loud for the last 6 hours straight. But it's extremely important that we enjoy what we're doing. And for that reason, that we are just spending so much time doing it. So I don't know. I just think that's a really good idea, a really good thought, really interesting thought about maybe the role that robots might play in our lives. And it could be a great thing where it gives us an opportunity to step back, find a way to make the economy run, that we don't have to work so incredibly hard and so much in our lives. So anyways, random thoughts. Talk to you later. Bye.